My name is Daniel Atoh, 22 years old. Yeah, man, feature filmmaker. Growing up, life was, a bit rough here and there, poverty driven. Older brother went to jail, started to be the man of the house from a young age. Mum was like an immigrant, wasn't really fully settled in the country. So I just had to make ends meet where we could. Like, it wasn't easy, innit? I spent a lot of time being alone, a lot of time being like self-isolated, going through a lot of mental battles. It was tough, innit? It wasn't nothing. My breakaway to get away from my environment was essentially going out and just like leaving that environment type of vibe. And through that, I started to realize how big the world was, and I took up film, started like filming little pieces here and there. I met some guys, me and my boy got into it as well, and then we just started making little short films every day just to like escape home and like the poverty driven side. You know what, yeah, going out and doing them films was like, it was definitely an escape, innit? And I loved it, I loved every moment of it. It made me forget about like what was happening back home and what was happening in like my immediate environment. Again, it's like when you find something you really like, right? And someone tells you like, or you tell yourself that you can't really do it, or like it's impossible to get into, you feel down, innit? You gotta fight the fact that, you wanna do it, but then you feel like you can't do it, and it's that constant battle that just goes over and over and over. It wasn't a motivated kind of season of my life, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of very down and harsh on myself, because I always thought like, mine's not worth it type of vibe. I think till I was like 18, I was pretty much isolated. Like I'd have friends and that, and my boys and that, don't get it twisted. So they're kind of doing their thing in the uni and the college. So when they're away, I'm kind of just by myself, like to my own self, innit? And then I found my youth club that my older brother went to. And yeah, through there, they just taught me how to like communicate, how to be myself, how to like understand how harsh life is and how to still keep going. They taught me the little things about like how to make a CV or how to do this. If I want to chase my dream in the camera field, then I got to get a job. How do I get a job? How do I speak to people, interviews? So they kind of built me up as a person, innit? So big up my youth club, Morningside, come on. The biggest thing that I learned through the youth club and that was communication. That's my #1 thing I learned. I went on a first aid course where I met like Lucy, and she runs a program that like helps young people in film. Like, she basically like my fairy godparent, because she introduced me to a world that I thought I wasn't able to come into, innit? Charlie became my mentor, and he kind of like just taught me how to handle myself, how to have confidence in myself and what I want to do as well, type of vibe, and like never give up. And he always like showed me some tough love, which was quite cool. It's my outlook on life itself, innit? Before I was a very negative thinker, and like I didn't want to necessarily believe in myself or believe in others, innit? And now it's just being able to trust others, communicate with others, let other people know my story, innit? And let them feel open to tell me theirs, type of vibe. My thing is just communication. If I'm ever feeling down at a point, then I'll let someone know man's down. You know what I'm trying to say? I wouldn't like hide it, because when I used to hide it, it got me nowhere. And they just kind of gave me that support that I always felt like I needed. And to have that, like, it's super rare, especially in my community, innit? So, like, I come back to youth club now and I work there in order to give that support to other young people, innit? 110%, that's what we're all about. We always try to like uplift our block in that, just to communicate with them, integrate with them, and tell them like they're not alone type of vibe. And let them know that no matter what they want to do in life, they can do it. Just trying to spread that positivity and like uplift people's souls, man. I've literally seen it firsthand, like how helping others can change their lives, innit? Because people helped me at like a later stage in my life, and how it changed me dramatically, innit? If I know that it works to help others, then why would I not replicate? I gotta help out, it's part of me, innit? It will always be part of me, no matter how big I get, like, I gotta give back. Our whole vibe is to look after this future generation, innit? Because they're gonna be here after us, and this industry, like, it's gonna last forever. So, implement the skills that you learn, teach it throughout, innit? And don't be selfish, man. Looking back, I was an angry kid, man, I can't lie. And like, I was broke as well, I was poor as hell. And now, man's living, man. I'm doing festivals, I'm jumping all over, I'm behind sets, I'm in front of cameras. Like, man's just living my life, having fun doing what I'm doing, and I'm seeing life on a more positive outlook. I'm signed to like a artist called Pa Salieu. He's like my brother now. He's like an amazing guy. Like, just go on tour with, have fun, shoot videos. I do a lot of commercials and corporate shoots here and there, like sparking at the moment, which is quite cool. I got my own drama, my own short film, and I'm self-funding it simply because I want to show people on the block and like obviously my community in it, that you don't really need the highest checks to make the maddest of things in it. So I kind of want to inspire the youth in that, to show them that all they need is a good crew, some good people around them to make like some good stuff in it. What I did to like get my mind straight, my mind right, I've got so much hobbies. Like I swim, roller skate, skateboard, I do so much in it. And like forget about work for a second and just do what you love and enjoy what you love. That's how I fell into this, I guess, yeah. Learn and don't think you know it all. like you're always on a learning curve in the scene, innit? Like even if it's like work related or life related, so like just be open to learning, innit?